Hey, this is Ryan Angelo from LostReviews.com, and we just finished watching The Crazies.
All around me are familiar faces, no expression, no expression. And I find it kind of funny.
He's got it.
You don't know that.
It's okay, I'm not sick! Dreams in which I'm dying.
Oh my God.
Best I've ever had. Find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to tell. Run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
The Crazies is a remake of the George A. Romero classic. George A. Romero also produced this remake, unlike the other two remakes of Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, which didn't turn out so well. The Crazies is about David and Judy Dutten. David is the town sheriff and Judy is the town doctor. It's a very small town in Iowa that gets overtaken by a virus, and the virus makes people start acting crazy. Like, husband kills his wife and sets the kids on fire just because he has a virus. It's a horrible cold. So
Bad cold.
what'd you think of the cast?
Well, okay, Timothy Olyphant is the lead sheriff, David Dutten. And I thought he did good. I liked him in that. He was the lead in Hitman, if you've seen that, or he was the bad guy in The Girl Next Door, which is a hilarious movie. He kept his cool pretty good. He kept it together. He was believable. He definitely looked like a hometown kind of small-time sheriff because it was very relaxed at the beginning when they showed just the regular day. So I thought he did good with that. And his wife, Radna Mitchell, who you may know from Silent Hill, so she's already good with these kind of thriller movies. She's got a really good horror face, to let you know that there's something on the other side of the camera that's really bad.
She does the worried face pretty well. Overall, the cast was good. The crazy people were good.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with the movie really was I wanted more crazy out of my crazy people. We're in the day and age now of pretty much snuff films. That's what we're getting. And with a film like this with a hard R rating, I expected a little bit more. Romero likes to go crazy in his movies, and this one I kind of feel like they kind of stepped it back. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if they wanted to give it more of a classic feel, but I didn't really even get that.
Maybe that has to do with Romero producing it. He wanted to kind of keep that classic feel and not go over the top like new movies do nowadays.
Did you see his original Dawn of the Dead?
Well, but
okay. He
I
blows
thought
people's heads up with shotguns. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had pitchfork stabbings in this, and
Yeah, but it wasn't like.
Almost got some nuts sawed off at one point. So.
Yeah, I mean, classic nowadays horror. The crazy people just weren't crazy enough for me. They didn't have that, craziness in their eyes, and we really didn't get to know the crazies.
I have to agree with you.
We stayed with the main group of people the entire time.
Yeah. Well, you can't really
it wasn't
follow
bad.
them as a
It wasn't
character.
bad. My preferences would have. Well, you could have got more in depth, especially with two crazies in particular that play more of a substantial role.
The ones that show up later?
Yeah, in the middle of the film. We could have had a little bit more with them instead
of their transition?
Yeah, instead of we're just one scene of built up anger and then them
And an explosion.
in another scene.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, though, I feel like the movie was paced well. The horror was good. I jumped a couple times, although I rarely get scared of horror movies.
I think I only jumped maybe once.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and
It's
that's
not
what
that
I
kind of
liked.
horror movie. It's not that kind
I
of
liked
horror
that this wasn't overly going for the loud bang sounds to make you jump, which those are kind of annoying at times. Sometimes they can be fun if they're placed right. I think there was maybe one jump in there that I recall. The rest of it was more of like a psychological mind game a little bit. And you're also just kind of sitting there waiting for these so-called crazies to come around and see what they're going to do. And every time they did step it up a bit each time towards the end of the movie. So it escalated well.
Yeah, there were a couple of great scenes, one being the car wash scene, which we enjoyed a lot. Overall, the movie is, it's a decent movie. It's not good or bad.
No.
It's just run-of-the-mill. which, you know, for a George A. Romero remake of a classic, I'm not sure if that really does justice. I mean, if you're just going to come along and remake a movie and just make it just make it good, what's the point? Because Romero's was good too.
I don't know. I mean, it had to have been someone coming along saying, I want to reintroduce this to a new crowd. And
that's true. And Romero believed in it enough to produce it. So,
yeah.
so that movie has that behind it, unlike the other remakes that have come along to destroy his pieces of work.
Mm-hmm.
For the Crazies, though, I'm going to have to go 3 Patrick Batemans out of 5 because I wanted more crazy out of my Crazies.
Okay. I'm going to go 3 out of 5 also. I'm going to say water bottles.
Yeah.
Goes along with the movie. Not as interesting as his, but goes with the movie.
Yeah. Okay. This is Ryan and Angela from LostReviews.com, and don't drink the water.